Hey guys, welcome to Magic Masinter. Today I'll be teaching you a really cool trick, the Three Card Monte. It is a completely improv trick that I use all the time. You can use anyone's deck for this trick, a completely shuffled deck. It is really awesome and pretty easy to actually do, so I hope you enjoy it. I would have the spectator select any card. It's a completely free selection. So I'm not going to look at it, but you know what it is. So I'm going to put it in the middle of the deck. I'm going to give the deck a few shuffles and maybe a few cuts. Alright, and just a few cuts. The spectator's card is lost in the middle of the deck. And what I would do now is we would select 3 cards for the 3 card Monte. So for the first one, I would drop some cards and they would tell me when to stop. Say they told me to stop here. We'd place that card down on the desk. I would then dribble some cards into my hand and they would tell me to stop anywhere they want. Imagine they said to stop right there. For this last one, I would go through the cards and they could tell me to stop anywhere they want. Say they told me to stop right there. I would place the 3rd card on top of the 3 pile and we would continue with the trick. We have 3 cards. I would then show them to the spectator. I would say, I've got a 6 of clubs. I would place it down. I've got another 6 of clubs. I would place it down. And I've got the 8 of diamonds. I would tell them that the 8 of diamonds is on the top of the deck, or of the pile at least. I would move it to the bottom of the deck, snap my fingers, wave my hand over it, and it's disappeared. The 8 of diamonds is not on the bottom of the deck. The 8 of diamonds is not on the top of the deck. And I could have them reach in to select the middle card, and they would see that the 8 of diamonds is not the middle card. I would snap my fingers, wave my hand over it, and I would bring the 8 of diamonds back. The spectator can clearly see that the 6 of clubs is not on the bottom of the deck. I would then show them that the 6 of clubs is not on the top of the deck. I would snap my fingers, they would pick out the middle card, and they would see that the 8 of diamonds is in the middle as well. I would then tell them that the only possible way that this can be done is with more than 3 cards, but I would let them count out the cards. I would tell them to count the cards. 1, 2, 3 cards. There are only 3 cards here. I would then reveal the cards to them. We've got the missing 6 of clubs, the 8 of diamonds, and then I would ask them, what was the card that they picked at the beginning of the trick? And they would say, in this case, the Queen of Diamonds, and that would be the last card. Here's how this 3 card Monte trick is done. There are a few basic moves you're going to have to know. One of them is forcing a card. So that would look something like this. The 9 of clubs is on the top of the deck. I would swivel cut it into the middle of the deck, and the spectator could tell me to stop anywhere they want. Say they tell me to stop right about there. I would lift up where they told me to, and it would be their card. There are many other basic forces. Here's a basic force. I'm not going to go over how to do it, but if you want me to teach you how to do these forces, then all you have to do is leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll teach you how to do it. So here's another basic one that you can look up. I'm not sure what it's called, but I'm sure you'll find it. The spectator I would cut cards, and whenever the spectator wants, they would tell me when to stop. Imagine they told me to stop right there. It would be the 9 of clubs. So those are a few basic those are a few basic card forces, and that's the move I'm not going to cover in this video, but you can easily find tutorials on YouTube of how to do it. The other moves which I'm going to be going over are pretty simple, so I'll go over them right now. The first move you're going to need is you're going to be doing a double lift, but with 3 cards. A double lift with 3 cards is extremely easy. What you're going to do is you're going to take your middle finger and your thumb, and you're going to grab the packet like this, and this is with your right hand. You're now going to put this packet and rest it in this position right here while still holding on. You're then going to take your left thumb, and push over, but while you're pushing over, you're going to lift up these 2 cards and use your thumb as a pivot point and place this packet down. And you have to pretend and act as if this was 1 card. So that is a double lift. You want it to look as if it was 1 card. That is the point. So you have to practice going between 2 cards and going between 1 card. They should look exactly identical. The other move you're going to have to know is how to bring the bottom card to the top of the deck. What you're going to do is take your first finger, you're going to push backwards, or pull backwards I guess, with your first finger. You're going to hold the packet in mechanics grip, take your first finger on your right hand, pull back the top card, then take your middle finger, place it on this next middle card, and push both cards forward. So you should end in a position with the middle card out jogged a little bit. Again, it would look something like this. And now you have this position. From here, you're going to grab the top card and the bottom card. What you're going to do from there is you're going to put your middle finger and your first finger on top of this packet, and on the bottom, you're going to grab it with your thumb. Then you're going to pull both cards. You're going to pull out this middle card with this hand, with these 3 fingers, and you're going to pull it out, and you're going to flip over this card. And then you would flip it over as if it was one card again. And those are the 3 moves to do. Now here is the sequence. You would have a spectator pick any card in the beginning of the trick. You would tell them to remember it. So in this case, it's the red joker. You would put it in the middle of the deck. You would then force it to the top in whatever method you want. I've done a tutorial on how to force cards to the top of the deck. And as long as it's on the top, you can give it a few false cuts, you can give it a few false shuffles, and as long as the card stays on top, you're okay. Now you're going to select 3 cards. You're going to, this is the way I do it. You can do it in whatever way you want. You can spread out the cards and ask them to pick a card. What I do is I drop some cards like this, ask them to tell me when to stop, and this first card is a completely free selection. I don't know what it is, the spectator doesn't know what it is, and you're going to place it down on the desk. Then what I do is I dribble cards. Again, you don't have to do this, and the spectator can tell you to stop anywhere he wants. So you place the second card down. You also don't know what this card is. Now here's where the force comes in. You need to know how to force the card. So remember, the card is on top, and that's a perfect place to do a slip force. It's in the perfect place to do a slip force, so you would just go through the cards and pull up every card except for the last one, and you would and they would think it's a random card, but in fact it's their card. So now you have 3 cards on in this pile, one of them their card on top, and 2 random ones on the bottom. 3 different cards. The first thing you're going to do is a double lift. You're going to double lift the 2 cards, and you're going to show the second card, and remember you have their card below it. You're going to show the 5 of hearts is right there. You're then going to flip it over, place their card on the table, and then you're going to reveal the next card, but it's actually the same card. It's the 5 of hearts. You're going to place it on the table, and then you're going to reveal the last card, the Queen of Hearts. You're going to take the top card, the Queen of Hearts, and you're going to grab 2 cards instead of 1, and you're going to act as if it's 1 card. You're going to move 2 cards. I've only got 1 card here, their card, and move it to the bottom of the deck. You're going to snap your hand, you're going to snap your fingers, wave your hand over it, and you're going to show that the Queen of Hearts is now gone. The Queen of Hearts is not on the bottom of the deck. Then you're going to pull back with your first finger, push forward with your middle finger, both cards, and flip over both the top card and the bottom card as if they were 1 card. Show that it's not in the top, and then you're going to flip over this double packet and show that it's not in the middle, and you can have them take it out too. Now what you're going to do is snap your hand and wave your hand over it and show that the Queen of Hearts is now magically appeared again. You're going to do the same exact process. You're going to pull back the top card, push down the middle card, and flip over the 2 packet. You're going to flip the 2 packet over again, ask them to take out the middle card, and they think that every single card is the Queen of Hearts. Now you're going to give the cards to the spectator. If you're doing this trick on someone who you don't really trust, who you know might look at the cards, then you deal down the cards and you say that I've only got 1, 2, 3 cards here, and then you reveal the cards. You show that you've got a 5 of Hearts, you've got a Queen of Hearts, and of course, you have their card from the beginning of the trick. Hope you enjoyed it. This is a really, really awesome trick. It's completely improv. It's one of the first tricks I learned. It's going to take a lot of practice to get it down, but it's an awesome trick, and I really think you're going to enjoy this trick, and it's very easy to perform. So, good luck, and thank you.